Welcome back to IT India Tomorrow. There are many sites on the internet that entertain, educate and inform. But a few sites like IndianBloodDonors.com stand out for their purpose alone. The site is a non-profit virtual blood bank where you can search for blood donors. Khushro Pocha and his wife Fermin set up the site in October 99 with a second-hand computer and an initial investment of only 10,000 rupees or $212. They've managed to keep their venture afloat with the help of corporate assistance. IT spoke with Khushro Pocha about his mission and using the internet as a social tool.
No venture capitalist, no business model. Only an unfortunate death due to lack of blood and the compulsion to reach out and make a difference. That is IndianBloodDonors.com. And the man behind the mission is Khushro Pocha.
When I came to mind, needed blood group were negative. That person did not get a donor and the patient who required blood passed away after 2 days. I had used the net to send mails and for surfing websites, and that is how I got the idea that I could use the power of the net to set up a website which could help people when they required blood. First I contacted a few web designers and asked them what would be the cost of making a site, what were the things involved, hosting, booking a domain, maintaining the site. It took us about 2 to 3 months in designing the site because there were a lot of things involved in it. I bought a second-hand computer because the financial part was a big burden on me. I think the biggest problem is finances to run the site. And as there's no revenue model for my site.
And if you don't find a match for the blood group you're looking for, Khushro Pocha is determined that IndianBloodDonors.com helps you find one.
Whenever a person doesn't find a donor on our site, he contacts a city cable operator in his city who puts up a scroll on the cable network. That's so when a patient needs so-and-so blood group, he can be contacted on these telephone numbers. So the people who read that scroll, they go and contact that patient and help them out. In a similar manner, we are trying to contact paging companies. Initially, I put an ad in the local papers. That was the first time I put an ad. That was the first and last time I put an ad in the papers because advertising was a very expensive affair. After that, it was sending emails to friends who passed it on to other people, going to sites, telling them to give links to my site. Actually, I got the break during the Gujarat earthquake. When the Gujarat earthquake took place, I had about 800 donors on my site. I called up the big sites like Bedobai.com, Sifi.com, India.com, Znext.com, and from 800 donors, in a span of 5 to 6 days, my site had 3,000 donors registered.
And looking ahead, Khushro Pocha's quest to reach out, make a difference will continue.
The internet plays a major role, and it can help people in many ways. Like this is one of the problems which India faces, getting blood. There are people who have a lot of complaints, which I feel in India. They have complaints about this, they have complaints about that. Somebody should set up a portal for complaints also, so that people can log on, they can send their complaints to a particular place and they can get their for their complaints.
Do you want a showcase of your family's snapshots on the internet?